Ladies, do you feel like a man is not going to love you unless you sleep with him? I used to feel that way in high school, college. I grew up secular. I'm Orthodox Jewish now. And I'm not ashamed to tell you that I grew up secular. Even if you happen to know me, I'm not ashamed. And that's the issue. There's shame around the issue of sex. And women have been shamed in such a degree that many women can't feel like they could talk to their husbands if they're not being satisfied in the bedroom. And this is one thing that I was actually kind of intrigued by this show. Gwyneth Paltrow talking on the show Red Hot Table Talk. I happen to run by it. I don't watch TV. I don't own a TV. I own a TV screen where my kids can play games. But other than that, I don't watch TV. I get my news from the internet. Pretty happy with that way of life for the past 20 years. But I happened to come across it on social media. I was intrigued and saw this interview. And these women, all different generations, they were talking about sex and how it's taboo and how women don't feel like they can tell their husbands and they need to be able to have that communication. And that was one part of it. And the other part of it that I thought was really interesting and why I'm speaking to you today is the part about women being objectified and the youth today. Gwyneth Paltrow is 49, so I'm in her age group. I'm 48. And she was saying how in our generation, it wasn't to this extreme, but that now she looks at this generation today and the women, the girls, they are posing and showing their bodies all over the internet, all over social media, but the way they're doing it and is in a very sexual way to attract a man. So I'm here to tell you, he's not going to love you. He's not going to love you if he meets you because he saw a sexy picture that got him aroused on social media. That will get him aroused to want to meet you, but he's not going to love you because of it. And if you don't build the relationship, if you just give in right away, he's never going to ask you to marry him. So I'm encouraging women, and their point is that why don't you dress modestly and have just a picture of you dressed modestly and smiling. I'm sure you're beautiful. They'll look at your eyes, they'll look at your face, they'll look at your mouth, your lips. They'll think you're beautiful, but they won't think of you as a sex object. And maybe you think that you want them to think of you in that way, but in reality, look deep in your soul. Deep in your soul is, in Judaism, it's called a neshama. There's a soul in there that's eternal. You are a daughter of God, Hashem. Call him Hashem. Hashem means the name, because you can't describe God. He is not a person. He is not an image of a man. Man is made in the image of God, but not the other way around. God is beyond our comprehension, so he is called the name, simply the name, Hashem. The name. He has many names, but he is there inside you. He's inside you. So you are a living vessel of holiness. You're holding holiness inside. When you meditate, don't you feel good? Like if you've ever meditated? You are connecting with that part of you that's eternal. That's who you are. You're not a body. You're not this sex goddess looking girl. You may like to see yourself sexy, and it's fine. All women feel that way. We want ourselves to look beautiful. But it's sending the wrong message. And it's sending yourself the wrong message too. That that's all you're good for. That's all you're worth. Maybe you weren't brought up knowing your worth. A lot of us have had traumas. I help women with traumas, and we can have a private conversation. I had a sexual trauma experience in my lifetime, and it caused me to really behave in some ways that I'm not proud of, and it caused certain behavior patterns. And I didn't even know that that was the reason until I got into energy healing. And I looked at myself and I found that trauma. And I just kind of worked on it and erased it. And it doesn't affect me anymore. I can honestly say that I'm not affected by it. And I didn't know I was affected by it, but it was causing me to act out in certain ways and have certain impulsive desires for love. I mean, we all love love, right? We all need love. And if we aren't being fed in our relationships, we need to dig deep and feed ourselves. We need to speak to our partner and let them know we don't feel fed. We need to let them know what the problem is. They love us. They're going to care. They're going to want to please you. If they love you, right? If he loves you, he's going to want to please you, make you happy. And I'm talking to women who are married too, that are listening to this on social media. If you're married and you feel like your husband doesn't love you, give me a call. Just send me an instant message, and or click the button here. It will bring you to my instant messenger on Facebook. You can talk to me privately about it, and I will set up a call with you, and I can energy check what is going on with you. If you've been feeling emotionally just not fulfilled and you don't know why, it could be a past trauma, or even, believe it or not, when I checked myself, it wasn't just that one trauma. It was also traumas from a past life. And the feeling that came up was dread. I was in a situation where I felt dread, where I was being attacked. But it wasn't in this lifetime. It was in a past lifetime. And it was affecting me in this lifetime. And I was able to tap into that and clear it out. It doesn't affect me anymore. So I want to do that for you. All right, so I hope to hear from you, and just love yourself. Know that you are every bit as special. There is no one else in the world exactly like you. So that means that you are special. And you are the apple of God's eyes, because He created you, and He created every person in the world different, because it's special, the relationship that He wants to have with you. You have to let Him in. And when you're feeling impulsive, like you have an addictive feeling that you need, whether it's something, love, lust, sex, food, surrender it to Him. You surrender it to God, just like they do in the 12-step programs. It's very effective. And it's a spiritual need, right? What I do is something called spiritual fitness coaching. And why is it called that? Because it's a spiritual need that we aren't being fulfilled in this society. And you're not even aware of it. You're just going through life feeling that way. Anyway, I don't want to go on too long. I just hope to hear from you, and have a great day.